Okay, it's in the 11th house.
No, we were to do
Yes, but mine is in the
11th house, so we have yet to do. Okay, great. Okay. So Jupiter is a very important planet for growth. If there is some problem in our life, we are not able to grow, the life is stagnant, then there's some problem in our Jupiter. And in woman horoscope, Jupiter is the spouse. You can just write it down.
Jupiter is a spouse?
Yes, the spouse. In female horoscope, is the husband.
Yes. Was also father figure or no? No, right?
Son. Son is the
Son
father
is-
figure.
Okay. Good.
Okay. So Jupiter plays a big role in the positivity, that optimism in our life. Because without optimism, we cannot proceed. We cannot go ahead. We are like that life is stagnant. There is no growth in our life. We are not able to learn things. So Jupiter plays a very crucial role. So we have learned till 7th house,
Yeah.
right?
8 is missing.
8th is, we are going to start the 8th.
Exactly.
So 7th house, I said that there is some problem with the spouse when Jupiter is in 7th house, because your spouse, your husband or wife, they don't want that idealism. Okay, they want a casual relation. Let me breathe, relax. Don't please do all this idealism outside the house, not inside the house. So there is some problem with the spouse, and Jupiter is in 7th house. So in context of married life, Jupiter creates problem if it is in 7th house. Now Jupiter is in the 8th house. As I've explained, that 8th house,
Wait, let's not keep around.
yes, there are, I think, because of season.
Yeah.
Because of, as I've explained, the 8th house. What is 8th house? You can just have a look.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you have written in 8th house.
Yeah, it's chaos.
Yeah, it's chaos. It's the house of trauma, death, darkness, sudden happening, either positive or negative. Okay, and the house of in-laws. There are many things, and it's the most unpredictable house. This is a house of tantra, magic, occult, hypnotism. It's a kind of abyss with no end. Suddenly things abrupt without any prior notice.
Okay.
When suddenly things happens in our life, it means 8th house is activated.
Bad things.
Maybe positive or negative, both way we can. When suddenly, for example, if we won the lottery, suddenly we become a billionaire. Then because of 8th house is activated. So 8th house plays a key role.
Okay. Good.
And Jupiter being a religious planet,
It's
Jupiter
difficult for
is
him.
Jupiter is confined to religious attributes, like purity, idealism, teacher, guru is there,
And
respect your
chaos.
teacher, respect your elders, okay, a kind of philosophy, higher thinking. This is Jupiter, right? Now, when Jupiter is in 8th house, Jupiter is in lot of awe, surprise, that if some realm exists which is beyond religion,
You cannot explain.
as Jupiter is the planet of knowledge, wisdom.
Yeah.
So he is gaining knowledge in relation to 8th house.
So expand.
Wherever Jupiter is placed, he wants to get knowledge.
Okay.
He wants to gain wisdom. He wants to learn about those houses. For example, if Jupiter is placed in 8th house, he wants to learn about 8th house.
Okay.
Jupiter is a learning thing.
Okay. Yeah.
It's qualification, it's institutional qualification, is knowledge, or we can say gyan. In Hindi, we say gyan. So, Jupiter tries to understand what is happening in 8th house. Here, whoever has Jupiter in 8th house, you can say that he is the best teacher.
In the 8th house.
He is the best teacher
Oh.
because he has the knowledge of all the dimensions of life. Being a religious planet, in spite of being a religious planet, he is gaining knowledge of magic, occult, tantra, death, accidents, or sudden happenings. So everything which is not disclosed yet, mysteries of life, is in the 8th house. So when Jupiter is trying to learn things. What is the mystery? What is darkness? What is 8th house is a house of darkness. So Jupiter tries to figure out, let me go inside the darkness and learn about it. As Jupiter is a planet of idealism, he tries to spread idealism in 8th house, which is not possible
No. So
because 8th house is a house of trauma,
what happened?
chaos. So he has that understanding that life exists beyond idealism. So that is why anybody who has Jupiter in 8th house, he has the knowledge which is incomparable.
Uh-huh. He learns
We cannot
more, right?
compare the knowledge of the person who has Jupiter in 8th house. However, the knowledge which he gains is very complicated.
Okay.
The learning in his or her life happens in a very difficult terms and condition.
So he suffers.
Yes, he suffers
But how is the best? He's the best teacher.
because if he suffers, he has been gone through lots of ups and downs. He has gained the personal trauma of his life, lot of experiences, and just who is the best teacher? Who has lived his life in all dimension, in all trauma, in all chaos.
Yeah. He becomes a good.
So when he comes out of it, then that after the learning curve,
After.
he will able to share those things which is unbelievable, which seems contradictory or paradoxical. And he explains in a very idealistic manner. Because wherever Jupiter sits, he creates idealism, he creates an aura of religion, philosophy, or higher thinking. But 8th house, a house of chaos, so he is creating a certain pattern of the chaos. He understands that the reality of life is death.
Okay. This,
So
this friend of mine, she has Jupiter in 8th.
8th house.
Yeah. And because she has so much trauma, and we have talked about it. Like I just met her 2 weeks ago. Like she has been saying that she has been all trauma, so much trauma.
We have a lot of things to learn from these people. Whoever has Jupiter in 8th house. And he will share his knowledge, exceptional knowledge, because of trauma and chaos, in a very simplified and idealistic way. That is the quality of a person who has Jupiter in 8th house. Learning was not easy. Knowledge doesn't come to these people easily.
Yeah.
They have to face a lot of challenges, a lot of ups and downs.
So,
And there is a possibility the gurus of these people are full of mysteries, and they hide their knowledge.
the what?
Hide.
They hide their
They
knowledge.
hide their knowledge.
Yeah.
Anybody who has Jupiter in 8th house, their gurus, their teachers will not disclose everything with them easily. Their knowledge is mysterious, secretive, hidden.
The people of these people that have their
The
planets.
the teachers of these people,
Why?
because of 8th house. The knowledge, 8th house, a house of secrets, mysteries.
Their teachers have the
They do not disclose the knowledge very easily.
to them.
Yes. The teacher is very complicated because of,
Also his teacher.
yes, his teachers.
Oh, okay.
So because of all these things, he has that very different kind of knowledge. So it's a complicated position, but
Okay.
lot of knowledge is gained.
Okay. Good.
So what you observe about your friend who has Jupiter in 8th house?
She doesn't value herself. She doesn't love herself. She's suffering a lot because her kids don't love her. She needs to shift her energy so much to value herself now. Like come out from all the trauma from her past
Mm-hmm.
and then share from that. It's something that I already
Is she staying in Rishikesh only? Okay, okay. So there are other planets also playing the role, but the thing is that they happen to pass through the knowledge of all that chaos. That is the thing
Yeah.
which this needs to understand.
Okay.
So I would be explaining many things as we go proceed further.
Yes.
So let's go ahead with the Jupiter in 9th house. And before I go ahead with this Jupiter in 9th house, I want to explain something. Draw, no issue, no issues. Draw another graph
Okay.
like this
Okay.
down. Just before I explain you the Jupiter in the 9th house,
Okay.
I want to explain something more.
Okay.
Okay, you can draw it. The way you have drawn this graph, this the horoscope, blank horoscope.
Mm-hmm.
So hello friends, I am explaining right now about all the planets, starting with Jupiter from first house. I've explained till 8th house. I will be explaining Jupiter in 9th house. But before that, I'm explaining some different concept. Okay. Now put the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Along with what I'm going to explain, I would be telling you about the zodiac signs. There are 12 zodiac signs. Starting with the first one. First one is Aries.
Okay.
And the lordship is Mars. Now, this is the first house, house number one.
Mhm.
I have put number one.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is the Aries sign I have put. So by default, the first house is of zodiac sign Aries, and the lordship of the first house is Mars.
Lordship.
Lordship. If we talk about that, the land of the first house is owned by planet Mars. That will be more clear. So the first house, by default, Aries, and the ownership, the lordship of the first house, the land of first house is Mars. Clear?
Yeah.
So he's the owner.
Okay.
Now let's move further. Number two, Taurus. This is the second house, Taurus zodiac sign, and the lordship is Venus. Okay.
Yeah.
So the owner or the landlord of the second house is Venus, owned by Venus. Third is Gemini. Mercury. This is third house, Gemini zodiac sign, and the lordship is Mercury. So this is the owned by Mercury planet. House number 4, Cancer, and the lordship is Moon. So the owner of the fourth house is Moon. Number 5, Leo. You are familiar with these terminologies, right? Gemini, same way in Western astrology also we say this, have the same names. Leo, and the lordship is Sun. This is the fifth house. House number 6, Virgo, and the lordship is again Mercury. So the planet Mercury has two houses, house number 3 and house number 6, right?
Yeah.
But the zodiac sign is different.
Uh-huh.
First one is Gemini and this one is Virgo. Clear? Now house number 7 is Libra. Lordship is Venus.
Okay.
Now Venus has two houses. Can you check which are the two houses?
Yeah.
Which
Taurus
two
and
houses?
Venus.
Sorry?
Taurus y Venus. Taurus y Libra.
Yes, the second one
Yeah.
and the seventh one. Taurus and Libra. Eighth house, Scorpio. Again, the lordship is Mars. So Mars has two houses. Which one?
Aries y Scorpio.
First one and the eighth one.
Yeah, that's right.
Aries and Scorpio, the zodiac sign.
Yes.
Ninth house is Sagittarius.
Correct.
The lordship is Jupiter.
Correct.
Clear?
Yes.
10th house is Capricorn. And the lordship is Saturn. This is the 10th house. The ownership planet Saturn. The name of the zodiac sign Capricorn.
Yeah.
By default, 11th Aquarius. Again, the lordship is Saturn.
Okay.
Now the last one, 12th
Okay.
Pisces. The lordship is Jupiter. So how many houses Jupiter has?
2.
Which one?
Sagittarius and Pisces.
9th and 12th.
Yeah. Right.
And about Saturn,
Okay.
10th and
10,
11th.
11.
Capricorn and Aquarius.
Yeah.
So quite clear.
Yes.
Starting from Mars, here, Mars, Venus,
Yeah.
Mercury, Moon, Sun, again Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and again Jupiter. And the zodiac sign is Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
So now let's again shift to Jupiter in the 9th house.
Okay.
So when Jupiter is in 9th house, what does it mean? It means this is his own house. I have just explained the 9th house.
Yeah. Jupiter is in
9th house, the zodiac sign is Sagittarius. Now, the ruler of Sagittarius sign is Jupiter. So when anybody has Jupiter in 9th house, it means he is in own house. His Jupiter is very comfortable. He is a pure religious person. He will not create indifferences with other religions, but he would be like, he will stick to the doctrines or dogmas or gospels or principles of his own religion. If he is Hindu, he is going to temple daily. If he is Muslim, going to mosque daily, or any other religion, he would be following the rules and regulation of that religion very idealistic. He will not jump to any other religion. He would say, okay, your religion is good, well and good, but let me enjoy my religion.
Okay.
So you can say that he is a bit stubborn, but he will follow his own religion.
Okay, so he's not teaching, he's not gonna be preaching and
He may be in preaching, he may be a priest or pundits, he could be, but he would follow his own religion in which he is born and raised.
okay.
He would not change his religion.
Okay.
And he would be very religious.
Yeah.
His thought process, his philosophy, everything would be very idealistic. And what are the things which are signifying ninth house? Long distance travel. So when he is into that long distance travel, he would have a very idealistic approach because of Jupiter. He's traveling long distance, idealistic approach. What is supposed to be done? He would respect his teachers, gurus, in the best possible way. He will not argue with elders, no arguments with gurus, priests, teachers. He would be like idealistic religious person. Now let's move to Jupiter in 10th house. Jupiter in 10th house. Now what is 10th house?
Work.
Work and work. And 10th house is a house of politics. It's cleverness. Because everybody wants to gain profit when they are working. So they want to maintain a good relation with their colleagues.
Yeah.
They want to create a good relation with their bosses, or with their clients, so that they could get good business. So this is a very clever house. But Jupiter is a very idealistic, spreading idealism, preaching idealism. Here Jupiter is not at all comfortable, because a businessman, what is the rule of businessman?
Make money.
Make money. If he has purchased this item for $100, he would like to sell it in $200, $300. Some customer he will get, who will, okay, now I cannot pay more than $180. Will, okay, take it. And somebody, how much is the cost? $400. Okay, give me. He will give somebody $400, somebody $180, somebody $200. So there is no rules, because he wants to gain profit.
Yeah.
But here, if Jupiter comes, no.
The price is this.
100 rupees, you purchased it, so your profit should be only 40%. So sell it in $140. He will not survive. He would find lot of difficulty to spread idealism in 10th house. Because all cunning people, all people with lot of political minds are roaming in the 10th house.
Yeah.
So he would be cheated.
Okay.
Anybody who has Jupiter in 10th house, he would be cheated. He has a very idealistic image in the outside world, or in the work culture. But that will not be happening. 10th house, no idealism. You want to sell, you want to maintain good relation. Here, anybody who has Jupiter in 10th house will avoid the relationship with negative people or pessimist people or the bad people. But anybody who is in business, he would try to maintain good relation with everybody, because he is not preaching here. He is doing business here. So one finds difficulty in doing business who has Jupiter in 10th house, unless and until Jupiter is very strong in 10th house. He would be cheated by many people. and sometime because of this he's a bit adamant,
What is it?
rigid.
Mhm.
uh,
Give-
Jupiter
give
in
us a
10th house uh, like preaching those people who are cunning, whose only intention is to make profit. Jupiter in 10th house, anybody who has, he would be preaching those people, and his, all preaching will go in vain.
Yeah, he will lose his energy.
He's losing in energy, Jupiter in energy. Okay,
Okay.
so that's not a very comfortable position. 11th house.
Okay.
11th house is about our dreams, our wishes, our desire, our goals. You can just have a look. And here, as I've told, wherever Jupiter sits, he spread idealism.
Yeah, he's
He spread idealism, a positive aura,
yeah.
a kind of preaching.
This is my
Here,
yeah.
he would like to gain money, but money should be hard earned,
Okay.
not by cheating. If, for example, if he earned, uh, somebody is giving him, okay, I'll give you $1,000. He said, no, I want only $200 because this much I have earned. $800 I have not earned. You keep it yourself. Somebody is saying that, no, I am just out of happiness, I am giving you $800. I want only 200. So he has that kind of idealism
Okay.
in his wishes, in his desire, in his goals, in his ambitions.
Mhm.
And he might have lot of wishes, lot of desire because Jupiter is expanding the house.
Mhm.
11th house is also the house of our a business network. If you have not put, you can just add this point. 11th house
Okay.
is the house of our business network. For example, if we are into certain business, we make 20 clients. So our duty is to send some gifts, be good relation with those 20 clients. So all that clientation, all that business network is seen through 11th house. So Jupiter in 11th house, he is very idealistic with all that 11 clients. He is sending free gifts, some Christmas gifts, some extra benefits. Now let's move to Jupiter in 12th house. 12th house is the house of, you can just read it, is the house of celebration, nothingness, emptiness, hollowness, no dimension, the house of enlightenment, the house of detachment. Here Jupiter is spreading his idealism in celebration. How it is spread? For example, if there is a party going on, this is a party house.
Mhm.
Okay,
He's a party.
everybody is enjoying his drinks, alcohol. Okay, he will say, I'll enjoy my cold drink, soft drink. I'll not have alcohol. I would be enjoying this party, but I would not have alcohol
Because he's very
because
religious.
yes, religious. He would be like that. And this is a house of expenditure and donation. And he would be donating his money to the religious institutions. He would have that habit of donating money
Okay.
to the religious institutions.
Mhm.
And his expenditure would be very idealistic. In a very idealistic way, he would spend his money. He will enjoy his time in a very idealistic way. For example, if there is a party going on, the whole group wants to go to enjoy the party whole night.
Uh-huh.
He said, no, it's 11 o'clock. Now I have to go home. You people enjoy. It's 11 o'clock. It's quite late. I'm leaving. So he has that kind of idealistic approach.
Yeah.
And here Jupiter is partially comfortable, partially not comfortable, because this is a house of detachment. As I've explained, that rehabilitation center, secluded places. For example, if somebody has decided to go to an extreme, the place in near Himalayas and make a small hut, and I'll be staying there. That kind of house is 12th house, right? Living in a seclusion, aloneness, doing sadhana, something like that. Jupiter here is not that comfortable because Jupiter he wants to preach. He needs somebody to preach. Here, nobody is available except few aspects of 12th house. Everywhere, even first house, second, till 11th house, everybody is in every house. There's somebody is available for Jupiter to preach. So that his preaching instinct is satisfied to some extent. But in 12th house, the house of detachment, he is not very comfortable because the house of nothingness, nobody there to preach. So he feel not that comfortable. Okay. So I think now 12 houses, you have which house?
11.
11 house. So you have a very idealistic approach toward your wishes, your desire, your aims, and you want that your profit and your gains should be in a very crystal clear manner, hard earned money. Are you like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Very crystal clear about your earning. There's nothing hidden. I have worked this much, I want this much. Very idealistic approach.
Yeah. Very fair.
And in whichever profession you are, your business network, your clients, you have very idealistic approach, relationship with your clients. You are into certain, I think, yoga. You're into yoga breathing.
Now, yes.
You teach that.
Yeah.
Okay. So whoever you are, you have students. So do you have a very idealistic relation with your students? Am I right?
I don't know how to.
You behave very idealistic with all your clients.
Okay.
So this is the nature of Jupiter. Any planet comes, he will behave the way we see. As I've explained, there is no place for an ego. We are nothing. We are what our planets wants us to be. If some cunning planet has been in your 11th house, your nature would be different. But a very religious, idealistic planet is in 11th house. So because of that, you are like that. And your friend, 8th house, and anything else you observe 2 horoscopes?
Let me see.
Thank you.
So much.
Yes. ये ट्रे ही रख दो क्योंकि वो
The other one?
Any friend who you are quite familiar?
No, not here.
Not yet.
My new friends. This one has it in the third.
Second house. So
Second, yeah.
yes, this is second house. So it means
Uh-huh.
the second house, what we have done, second house is voice.
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 Good
Speech.
speaker. Good speaker.
He must be a good speaker.
Yeah, she is.
The diaphragm, that woofer effect in his voice.
Normal.
Okay. And his face,
Big savings.
big saving, and his face, big face,
Not very much.
not very much.
Normal.
But in comparison to other people, there is the expansion you could find in his face.
Yeah. She says like she may be the guru of his family.
Yeah. And his eating habit,
Good. It's healthy.
very idealistic eating habit, healthy eating habit.
I don't know.
You don't know much about him.
No.
Okay. So you see those horoscope of those friends whom you are quite familiar,
Yeah.
whom you are in and out.
Yes.
So in that way, you could understand the
Of course.
principles of astrology. Okay.
I will ask my friends, my best friends.
Because if you could do it along with these teachings, you will learn a lot
Yes.
after 7 days.
Of course.
And I have, which I have explained you, to make Jupiter positive in your horoscope,
Oh, okay.
we need to do breathing exercise early morning.
For Jupiter?
For Jupiter, to make Jupiter positive in our life, we need to exercise daily, particularly during morning time. If it is possible before sunrise, inhaling and exhaling deeply,
Why breathing?
because oxygen, that prana vayu, is Jupiter.
Prana, yeah. Sure, yeah, of course.
The more of carbon dioxide in our body, it means Jupiter is in negative situation, negative state. More of oxygen, more lively we are, so the Jupiter is elevated.
Okay. Perfect. I need to go to the washroom. Can I go?
Yes, please. So, my friends, Jupiter is a very important planet and it has to be positive. And what are the remedies to make it positive? One, I've just shared with all of you, is deep inhaling and exhaling early in the morning. Do not argue with your elders, even if they are wrong and you are not able to follow them or obey them. Do not argue. The less you argue, the better your Jupiter would be. This is one of the best remedy. And if Jupiter is, because if Jupiter is creating certain problem in your life, if there is a negative aspect of certain planets on Jupiter, there is one more remedy. You can take saffron, okay, 2-3 threads of saffron in a small bowl. Just put 2-3 saffron threads and 2-3 drops of water and place it for at least 5-10 minutes. that water will become colorful. Okay, either you can apply it on your forehead and on your tongue, or you can mix it with milk. If you could do it regularly for 3-4 months, the Jupiterian energy will be enhanced in your horoscope. Anybody who have questions related to Jupiter, they can ask me. Abhishek, beta, if you want to know about your life, your career, detailed consultation is required. Okay. After this session, or you can take a prior appointment. You can message me on my WhatsApp number. You can take prior appointment, and your horoscope is to be discussed, analyzed. Only then I can tell you about your career, about your life, about your problems. Okay. You can right now, if anybody has question related to Jupiter, planet Jupiter, they can ask me. Abhishek, in which house you have Jupiter? Tell me. Jennifer, you are welcome here. Ramesh ji, you are welcome. If anybody has question, Abhishek, you have Jupiter in third house. Good. Virgo sign. Oh, Virgo sign. It means 654 that you are Cancer ascendant, right? So it means, Abhishek, the third house is problematic in your life. Wherever number 6 is placed, that house is the house of your negativity, or problems are gathered. You need to handle the negativity of that house wherever the number 6 is placed. So you need to be very alert, aware when you are communicating with other people. Okay? Because of Virgo sign in third house, you tends to speak negative during communication, which is the area of concern. Jupiter is with Ketu, Sun, Mercury. Okay, that is not a problem. But because of Virgo sign, your communication tends to go towards the negative aspect. So just monitor that. You have a good brain because Mercury is in own house. It's conjunct with Sun. That's also a good combination. But because of Mercury and Ketu, again the problem is. Because of Ketu in third house, your horoscope demands mature communication because of Ketu in third house. So you should always search for those people who are involved in mature communication, not with the day-to-day that Moon and Rahu, ninth house. Ninth house is okay, but Rahu in Pisces is not a comfortable position. Even Moon in Pisces is not comfortable. And Shweta, you need to discuss, you need to get the consultation done. Overthinking issues is because, okay, tell me the degree of Sun and Mercury in your horoscope. What is the degree of Sun and Mercury? Two. Two is the degree of the degree of Sun is 2. Okay, 2.9 and 2.6. Okay. So because of this reason, Sun and Mars are very closely conjunct together in your horoscope, that you think a lot. Get the consultation done. I'll give you a very good remedy and it will help you to come out of this issue of overthinking. Okay? Hmm. Right now, I'm discussing about Jupiter. If anybody has Jupiter, they can ask me this question. Okay, now let's go ahead with Saturn. This is also very important. Okay. Let's make a blank horoscope again. Okay. Your tea is cold.
No,
Huh? You drink
it
cold?
wasn't possible to drink it before, so now it's perfect.
Okay. Hmm.
reading so many.
Let's make a blank horoscope again. We will start with Saturn.
We don't need this, right? I don't need to read this.
Okay,
Because it's,
okay, understood. No problem. You can just have a look.
yeah.
See, now I have explained about Saturn
Okay.
to some extent.
Yes.
Most of the problems in our life and most of the solution of the problems in our life is hidden in the secrecy or in the mystery of the energy of Saturn.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Now, first house, I'm again starting from 1st to 12. First house is our self image, our physical appearance, our character sketch,
Yes.
all about our that outlook, how we are in front of other people.
That's physical. That's Saturn. Jupiter.
First house. That is first house.
First house. First
Yeah.
house. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So now we put Saturn in first house. Okay. Saturn is the planet of, you have written many things. You can just
Yes.
read it down.
Patience, tolerance, it's
Punctuality,
hard, teacher,
hard work,
effort.
commitment.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, wherever Saturn sits, he wants that fellow should be committed, punctual, accountable, regular, responsible towards that aspect. Now, Saturn in first house means one has to be very punctual, responsible towards his personality.
He has to be all everything like that, no?
Sorry?
He has to be all
Yes, he has to be all.
His self-image.
Yes, and there is no way out. If he is lazy, if he is not exercising daily, Saturn will pay the penalty. He will penalize him. Saturn in first house means that you have to follow the energy of Saturn, and that too in relation to your body.
Yes.
You have to be punctual towards yourself. You need to be regular. If you are lazy, if you are not punctual,
yeah. And then if not, he will not feel good. Right?
He will not feel good, and he will feel sad,
so
lonely.
He's very strict with himself.
Yes. Anybody has Saturn in first house, it means Saturn is very strict with that person in context to his body.
I think I have Saturn in that house.
Yes. In which house?
Fourth.
First?
Fourth.
Okay, we'll move to that. First house. So, for example, if anybody has Saturn in first house, he is into that exercising, bodybuilding, gym. He needs to be a bit slow and have patience. The result will not come suddenly.
Okay.
Because Saturn is a slow moving planet.
So he's patient.
He should be patient with his body.
Okay.
For example, if somebody has Saturn in first house and he wants that I should have biceps and triceps within 1 month, he will fall sick. Saturn says, I'm sitting in your body, in your first house, you have to be regular in your exercise, in your body work, and you have to be slow and steady Only then you will win the race.
Okay.
He has to be slow. He has to be in that patience, tolerance.
Okay.
Only then result will come. And the result which Saturn gives, no planet gives. It's a planet of magic. So, all the things which Saturn wants about your character. Your character should be perfect because the first house is your character.
Yeah.
Your character sketch.
Must be perfect.
Yeah. So you can,
Difficult.
anybody who has Saturn in first house, if you are very close to that person, Saturn will not spare these people.
Not there.
Not spare.
Spare. What is that?
Spare means they will not leave these people unnoticed.
Okay. With people that are not.
Saturn has an eye on these people.
Uh,
You are not regular with your body, you are getting up late, sleeping late, I'll make you sick.
okay.
You're not
So it's
physically
like
exercising.
Judgmental with people that are not.
Yes,
like
yes. Saturn is judgmental.
Yeah. Okay.
So in this context, he is judgmental with his body.
Okay.
So if any of your friend has Saturn in first house, you can tell him that you need to be very disciplined with your body.
Yeah.
Only then things will come in your favor.
Okay.
Whatever you wear, you have to be very particular about your dress because you're wearing on your body.
Yeah.
You have to be very neat and clean. All the things that Saturn energy want, you have to follow that.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, Saturn in the second house.
Mhm.
What is second house? Again, I'm repeating.
Voice, respiratory system, family lineage, savings, taste.
Taste. Eating habits. Saturn, wherever sits, he wants discipline. So, in relation to eating habits, Saturn wants be disciplined whatever you eat.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of discipline? Not too much, not too less.
Yeah.
Maintain a discipline. Or if you are using, if somebody is a singer, he wants that he should regularly practice his voice, his vocal cord. And too much of singing, whole day you are singing,
And hurt.
you are going beyond the limit. Saturn is the limitation.
Yeah. He's also like not too much.
Not too much,
also.
not too less.
Okay.
So Saturn we can also define as a limitation.
Mhm. Yeah.
So voice, vocal cord, you have to be very concerned about that. Not use it, don't stress it much.
Don't talk too much.
Don't talk too much, don't stress too much. And if you are a singer, regularly practice. Only then you can flourish the good quality of your voice.
Okay.
And Saturn is your saving account.
Yeah. So,
So
very disciplined.
don't
Good
spend much, don't spend everything you have. Lay something for the rainy days.
Okay.
This is a proverb,
Yeah.
English proverb, you must have heard it.
Good one.
Don't spend everything you have, lay something for the rainy days.
Mm-hmm.
This is a proverb.
Yeah.
So Saturn says that. Save something, don't spend everything you have. Okay? And the off season will come, then you will not be earning, then you can enjoy your saving. And about your family, family lineage, be very professional, responsible towards your family.
Uh-huh.
For example, if your family needs your help, you should be available.
Mm-hmm.
You should be dutiful towards your family.
Okay.
Or the relationship would be, there would be a differences in relationship.
Okay.
And Second house is your face.
Mhm.
So Saturn is very particular about your face. If something, some pimple or some mark is there, take care of it. Do something. Don't take it casually.
Okay.
If you have something wrong is happening on your face, maybe you are going in the sunlight too much or not using your proper sunscreen cream, or you're not maintaining the health of your the facial screen. So you maintain it.
Yeah. I'm laughing because I am looking at where is
Yes,
my
yes, it's
sunscreen.
coming, it's coming, it's coming. So
Okay.
Saturn is very particular, it's very disciplined. It creates a limitation, punctuality, regularity, discipline.
Okay.
So all this is
Okay,
second
so
house.
Jupiter's expansion and
Jupiter is
Saturn
expansion.
is-
Jupiter is creating
limitation.
idealism.
Uh-huh.
Idealism is creating an aura of religion.
Yeah.
Jupiter creates an aura of righteousness.
Okay.
What has to be done, what is right, that has to be done. Righteousness.
But it's expansive at the same time, no?
Yeah, it is expanding.
But it's kind of limiting. Also, like too rigid. It's like
He's not limiting. Jupiter is creating idealism.
high standards.
For example, Jupiter here wants you to eat healthy food. Saturn is not saying that, eat healthy food. Saturn says, eat what you want, but know the limitation of your appetite.
Okay.
Don't eat too much.
Okay.
If Jupiter
He
says,
says Jupiter is the best way, and he just says like
disciplined
control
way.
yourself.
Control yourself, discipline yourself, know your limitation. Jupiter says, okay, there are 10 restaurants. Jupiter will go to the best restaurant.
Yeah.
Saturn might not go to the best restaurant.
Maybe
Saturn might go to the very average restaurant,
Yeah.
but he will say, whatever you eat there,
don't
eat
too
properly,
much,
don't eat too
and
much.
he will not go to the most expensive.
Yeah.
He will go to
Yes.
the one that saves his finances.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a limitation, it's a discipline, it's a boundary.
Yeah.
Saturn is creating a boundary.
Yeah.
Okay. So different energies playing different role. Now Saturn in the third house.
Uh-huh.
Third house, communication.
Okay.
Communication in all types, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, text messages, email. Okay. And if you're going for an interview, if you're mailing anything, Saturn says,
Very disciplined also.
today is your interview.
Uh-huh.
You would be communicating with your bosses.
Uh-huh.
So think, do a homework, what you would be speaking, write a points. Okay. If they ask this question, I'll say this. If they ask different question, I'll say.
Yeah.
Be mentally prepared before you go for an interview.
Okay.
And when you do lot of homework and you face your bosses, you will speak perfect. Your communication would be perfect.
Okay.
Okay. And daring. Saturn says, if you have to take some daring step, be very much physically and mentally prepared.
So like calculated risk.
Calculated risk. Calculated risk. Yes. And the relationship with the siblings are very disciplined one.
Yeah, okay.
Very professional relationship. Or the boundary is there. He's my brother, he's my sister. I should be behaving with them in a very disciplined way, with a certain constraints, restrictions. I should not be very casual with my brother and sister.
Yeah.
And if they need me, I should be available. Because I have to be accountable. I have to be responsible for my brother and
Tolerant
sister.
and patient.
Yes, all these things.
Okay. Okay.
So and the beauty of Saturn, the planet Saturn, is that if you follow the energy of Saturn rewards you.
Sorry?
Rewards you.
Okay.
Either Saturn gives you 0 number or gives you 100 number.
Number?
No, 100 marks.
Ah, okay.
For example, this is a test paper of 100 marks. Saturn is a kind of teacher. Either he will give you 0 number, 0 marks out of 100, or he will give you 100 out of 100.
Okay.
There's no
He's a hard teacher, right?
It's a hard teacher.
Very.
So if you are very much disciplined in your communication, then you will be the best communicator. If you're not preparing well before you messaging anybody or speaking anybody, talking with anybody, you would be in a lot of mess.
If you have Saturn there,
Who?
if you have Saturn in the third house,
Yes, the communication.
the communication is
Yes.
good, no? It's a planned communication.
He has to be.
He has to be.
Yes.
Not is naturally like that.
No, there are few people, they are not following the energy of Saturn.
Even though it's in their house.
Yes,
Why?
because maybe Saturn is not in a very comfortable position. There are certain things, they are not flowing with the energy of Saturn.
But if it's the planets that are controlling, then why he's not doing that?
He has to be, but sometimes we are lethargy. We are lazy people. We take things for granted. We are casual.
Then we
That is
decide, then we decide to know the planets.
So, what is the role of astrology in your life? This is the role.
The rule?
What is the role? What is the purpose of astrology in your life? This is the purpose. We should be thorough with our planets.
Well, I'm trying to understand.
If we are in the grip of planets, and Saturn, all planets are there to give us something or the other. But sometimes we are not with aligned with the energy of planets. And we are sad, we are depressed, we are frustrated.
So we can kind of manipulate so that it doesn't affect us, so that we take it in a positive way, so that
Yes.
we use that energy.
And sometimes you have to learn some lessons.
Okay.
For example, if Saturn is in third house and you are very casual with your communication, not think and speak.
Okay.
Others will take you very not non-seriously. He's a very, very casual speaker. He speaks, he doesn't think what he speaks.
Yeah.
So others will try to avoid these people communicating. So he will realize that I should work on my communication. So these are lessons which we learn as we live with our life. We are not perfect. Everybody is not perfect. We
No.
learn with our life.
No, but if we have that planet in the house, we should be
Planets
perfect
want.
in that.
Planets
Yeah.
want. And what happens? Sometime when I will be explaining further, the Saturn is very comfortable in certain zodiac sign.
Ah, okay. Okay.
And if Saturn is not comfortable in certain zodiac sign, he will make you indisciplined.
Okay.
But
Now
you
I
have to be
understand.
disciplined.
I understand, because there's another energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zodiac sign energy is also
Okay.
coming in the role.
Good. That's more.
If Saturn is very good placed in third house,
Uh-huh.
then that person is 99% very good in communication.
Yeah. Okay.
If Saturn is very badly placed, not in a friendly zodiac sign, so he is haywire.
Okay. Nice.
So this is a remedy also. Even if it is badly placed, if you follow the energy of Saturn, it would be better.
Okay. Yeah. I understand. Good.
Now, Saturn in fourth house. Fourth house
Primary
Is-
education and mother.
is all about our feelings, our emotions, our sentiments,
Okay.
our touchiness. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
And what are the things? Mother, our home, where we are staying, our vehicle. Now, Saturn wants you should be disciplined, punctual, responsible in all the aspects. If you are at home, your home should be neat and clean. well organized.
Yeah.
It should not be shabby looking. You should broom it daily. Make it neat and clean. You should dust it
Yeah.
daily. Create a very systematic atmosphere at your home.
Yeah.
And if you have a vehicle, do proper servicing. Don't take it casually, or your vehicle would be in chaos every time. And about your mother, very responsible behavior toward your mother. If your mother needs you, you should be available. You need to be punctual, dutiful, responsible towards your mother.
This also means that your mother is very, like, very,
Very professional.
very strict.
Very strict,
Very
strict.
boundaries.
Yes.
Very limits.
Yes.
You know.
Your mother could be strict.
And also the primary education. Right?
Yes.
Right?
Mother is creating boundaries in your life.
Yeah. That's my mother.
He will not let you go outside that circle.
Yeah. Okay.
Behave this way, behave that way. Don't behave like others.
Okay.
Behave in a very disciplined way.
Yeah.
So your mother wants you to be like that.
Okay.
And you should, because this is a house of feelings and emotions, you should respect others' feelings, emotions, and sentiments.
Okay.
Only then your feelings and emotions and sentiments would be respected. Because this is a house of feelings, emotions. This is a house of caring.
Okay. What about the feelings here? Not only the feelings about others, the relationship of the feelings towards others, but the person's feelings related to Saturn. What is that? What can you say about that?
For example, when we are interacting with somebody and we are very blunt, we are least bothered about others' feelings or emotions. We are blunt. We are speaking what we wants to speak. Maybe we are upset, we are in anger. That thing Saturn doesn't want. Saturn says,
So control emotions.
control your emotions. Discipline your emotions. Discipline your feelings. Do not get carried away with your emotions, with your feelings, with your sentiments.
Okay.
Respect others' emotions.
Okay.
And you have a vehicle at home?
Yeah.
Which one? You're very disciplined.
Yeah.
Take care of it.
Yes. Yeah. But mainly my mother, it's so much like that.
She's very
Very
strict.
controlled, very strict, very very limits. Like
Limits. Yes.
all mothers.
Yes, all mothers
This
are
is
like. But this is something extra.
Yeah.
Saturn in fourth house, we want mother is all very strict.
Right.
It creates a limitation. But this is a learning curve for a child also.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, in
Yes.
some way it's good, of course.
Because when he will go out,
Yeah.
far away from the mother, that teachings, that discipline which he has learned from his mother will help him to behave with the other people, other atmosphere. Then he will memorize. My mother has taught me discipline.
I should call her now.
Okay, so this is fourth house.
Okay.
Saturn in fifth house.
Okay.
Fifth house is all about our friends, our relationship,
Yeah.
our creativity, our first child.
Yeah.
So Saturn wants that you should be very accountable, punctual, dutiful towards your relationship, your friends. If your friend has given you time, okay, let's meet at Triveni Ghat by 6 p.m.
Yeah.
So you should be available by
Very
6 p.m.
respectful.
It's not like that. He has given you the time by 6 p.m. You're coming by 7 p.m. You're not disciplined with your relationship.
You should be,
Yes, you should be.
Of course. If you're aligned with Saturn, then
Yes.
you're very respectful with other people.
Yes, very accountable with your relationship.
Yes.
And in whatever creative field you are, you ought to be very disciplined.
Also, yes.
punctual, accountable, dutiful, responsible towards your creative field. And only then your creativity will flourish.
Of course.
Saturn Saturn gives you 100
It's
marks.
good because normally creative people are not very disciplined.
Yes.
A lot. Well, that's
And Saturn gives you 100 marks if you are very disciplined towards your creativity. Saturn gives, oh, you followed my energy. I'll give you which you have not even expected.
okay.
I've, one of my friend has Saturn in fifth house, and when he works, he's very disciplined.
Works.
He's very disciplined in his creativity, and others appreciate him like anything because he's very disciplined in his creativity. In whatever work he's in his creative work, he's very disciplined, very accountable, very punctual. So others appreciate him, and he's earning like anything.
Of course.
More clients.
Nice.
Now Saturn in sixth house. Okay, now about the first child.
Mhm.
The relationship with the first child is very disciplined.
That's S5?
That's number 5.
Okay. Very disciplined with the first child.
First child. Very punctual. And one has to be very responsible with his first child.
Mhm.
That all professionalism should be happening between the relationship of first child and you. That is the required.
Yeah.
If you are not punctual, disciplined, accountable while dealing the responsibility of your first child will not spare you.
There will be problems.
He will be spoiled child.
Okay. Mhm.
And he will create a
that's
bad
in any
name.
house, right?
Sorry?
That is in any house.
Yes, any house.
Yeah.
But in this house, very particular, Saturn demands
Okay.
fifth house.
Okay.
You have to
so
be,
what you mean is that it will be more consequences.
yes, more.
It
Here,
will be reduced
yes, consequences is very fast.
fast.
Yes,
The reaction, the
Yes.
results get very
yes,
fast.
yes.
Saturn is like that, like very, very fast.
Saturn will give you result very fast in spite of being a very slow planet.
Uh-huh. If you follow the rules, very fast.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, Saturn in sixth house.
Okay.
Sixth house is the most negative house of our horoscope. Among all 12 houses, sixth house, all negative stuff. Physical diseases, mental diseases, obstacles, hindrance, blocks,
Uh-huh.
and enemies. So, what Saturn says, you are supposed to deal with your physical issues systematically.
Be responsible.
Be responsible. If you are running cold, if you are running fever, don't ignore it. Go to a doctor and get the medical checkup done.
Okay.
Or take some medicine. No excuse is required. If anybody is creating problem in your life,
Uh-huh.
that could be an enemy.
Yeah.
Saturn says, do something. Meet with your enemy. Talk with them.
Fix it. Fix problem.
Yeah, fix your problem.
Okay.
If anybody is creating, if any enemy is creating problem, Saturn energy says, go to your enemy
Okay.
and ask him, what is the problem? Why you are creating obstacles in my life?
Okay.
Either just remove that enemy, or if you want that very good relation with the enemy, that then you should have a conversation with him. But that problem should go away. You should not carry it away with that physical, mental issues or obstacles. You should do something.
Okay. But let me see. It doesn't mean that this guy has a lot of problems.
No, it's not like that.
It's just like the way he handles problems.
Yes.
Sorry, I need to take this call from
Yes, please.
Hello, Bon. Good evening, hello. Ok, bueno, parece ser que se llevaron una guitarra.
So beware of planet Saturn. Saturn is your best friend and Saturn is your worst enemy. The only thing Saturn wants is discipline, punctuality, regularity, responsibility. Know your limits, behave properly. In whatever house you can yourself see in what house Saturn is placed in. So based on the energy of that house or the features of that house, you need to be disciplined with that house. Saturn and Rahu, Sun and Budh in first house. Oh my God. Veer, Veer, you have Saturn in your first house, right? So you need to be very disciplined with your body. Anybody has Saturn in any house and they have confusion regarding that? See, whatever I'm sharing with all of you, this is astrology. If astrology is not contributing our life towards our life or is not contributing any change in our life, then astrology is of no use. The non essential part of astrology is prediction. What I am discussing is the essential part of astrology. Almost all the astrologers discuss about the non essential part of astrology. Astrology teaches us to live life sensibly, maturely, knowledgeably, and with full awareness. We should have thorough knowledge about the energies of all the planets. And we are totally in the grip of energies of all the planets the whole day. Saturn, or if I say astrology, teaches us how to live life in a mature way. Saturn 11th house, Shweta. Okay. So be very disciplined, punctual, accountable, dutiful, related to your dreams, wishes, desire, or your business networking circle. Okay. So, sixth house means whenever any problem, anybody who has Saturn in sixth house, if any problem comes in our life, in particular the person who has sixth house Saturn, he should be, we have to be particular, all should be particular, concerned, but one who has Saturn in sixth house, he should be more particular. Saturn will not spare this fellow. Because sometimes what happening, we are in grip of certain tension, some mental tension. We keep on thinking, oh my God, I'm tense, whole day, I'm tense. We're not doing anything for this to just come out of this. Maybe. So Saturn wants that you should do something.
Yeah.
If you do something, you will be coming out of it. And in particular, in this case, and anybody who has Saturn in sixth house, the enemy who's creating problem, even he would be penalized. Maybe he's just out of mischievousness, he's creating problem in our life. So he would be penalized by the person who has Saturn in sixth house.
But the person
Who has Saturn in sixth house. That the person who is Saturn in sixth house, he would penalize that he's the enemy.
If he doesn't solve,
He would try to, he will just kill the enemy.
if he doesn't solve it correctly.
Yes, yes. He will eradicate it. Because Saturn is the planet of karma. Karma, you know,
Yeah.
karma, the
Action,
deeds.
reaction, no? Kind of like
Yeah,
that.
deeds are action. We, whatever the deeds we have done in our past,
Yeah.
so good or bad, will sprout someday.
Yeah, of course.
So Saturn plays a key role in that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It is said, in particular, the Hinduism and the sages of astrology, what they say, if some bad is happening in our life, we have sown the seeds.
We have
Sown the seeds
yeah. No, it's just it's for the future.
for this bad, and we are just cutting the crop. So now, be aware and don't sow those seeds, bad seeds, so that in the future you have to cut that crops. So that is the thing, the philosophy behind.
Okay.
And now Saturn in seventh house. The nature of Saturn is he's confined to putting hard work, labor, routine, consistently, persistently. Okay. He's not using that much brain. Mercury is using the brain, right? He's the intellect. Saturn is not using, he's working hard. That's all. He knows only one thing, work hard. If things are not happening, I'll work again. I'll again try and try and try. This is the nature of Saturn. Now, Saturn in seventh house is the best position of,
Really?
yes,
His wife gets worse, no?
because why this is the best position of Saturn? Because seventh house is the house of Venus. You can just see Libra, Venus,
Okay, so pleasure.
and Venus and Saturn, they are good friends.
Really? Okay. It's like
Because
a controlled way.
Venus is enjoyment, 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 celebration, celebration, And Saturn is hard work, hard work, hard work. They do
It's a
not
balance.
cross their
Good
ways.
balance.
Yes.
Okay.
They do not cross their ways. But there are a few other things. Saturn in 7th house wants. One should be,
This is the best. You said it's the best house for Saturn.
yes. But one is supposed to be disciplined, responsible
Yeah.
towards his spouse,
Uh-huh.
his wife or husband,
Yes.
towards his life partner or business partner.
Yes.
That has to be there.
Yes. Yeah. Still, no. There's still, but there's balance.
This is
Yes.
it. Yes. But if somehow, sometimes Saturn is not well placed
Uh-huh.
in 7th house, so and he is ignoring his spouse, ignoring the duties toward his spouse, then he would be penalized.
Yeah.
His spouse will go away,
Yeah.
will leave him or her. But mostly it is seen when Saturn, anybody who has Saturn in 7th house, they are responsible towards their spouse and has to be responsible.
Okay. Okay.
8th house.
House. Yes.
No. 8th house is it's a very complicated house.
Yeah.
Okay. And this house is a very fast house. Suddenly things are happening. And what is the role of Saturn? Saturn is slowing the speed. One thing more I just want to add about Saturn. In whatever house Saturn is placed, Saturn reduces slow the speed of the happening of that house.
Okay.
For example, Saturn in 7th house, there is a possibility of getting your life partner at the latter part of your life,
When what?
at the older age.
When
the-
the house is in what?
For example, if Saturn is in 7th house,
Uh-huh.
you will get your spouse not at very early age, maybe in late 30s,
Why?
because Saturn is reducing the speed of that
Ah,
house.
okay. Yeah.
Saturn grows better with age.
Yeah. Of course.
As you have Saturn in 4th house, so maybe you will get your own home.
In what? In what?
Saturn in 4th house, I'm talking about in your case. If somebody is interested in purchasing their own home,
You will get it.
Saturn, he will get at bit later part. That he has to wait for it.
But home is not fourth?
4th
First. But the partner, yes.
partner, 7th. In whatever house Saturn is placed, Saturn reduces the speed.
Okay, good.
Reduces the speed.
Nice. So in the eighth one,
Yeah. Eighth is, it is
It's
going
opposite-
to
opposite
it is going to help
this one
because
is up.
8th house, the nature of 8th house is sudden ups and down.
So it's as Jupiter in this one also.
This is a house of accidents.
Yes.
So Saturn reduces the speed. That sudden ups and down is slower. Anybody who has Saturn in 8th house, in his life, sudden ups and down is minimized.
Okay.
Because it slower the happening of that house.
Okay.
Right? And one has to be very accountable, disciplined with their in-laws. 8th house, the house of in-laws. So anybody who has Saturn in 8th house, he has to be very disciplined, punctual, dutiful towards his in-laws.
Okay.
If he is handling the treasure of their spouse, because 8th house is the treasure of the spouse. So if he's handling the treasure of the spouse, he has to be very disciplined, very responsible behavior. And the learning curve related to the eighth house is very slow. He will be putting effort related to the traits of eighth house in a very slow speed. And there is a limitation also. This is a house of sex life. So there is a limitation. Eighth house. So there is a limitation in that aspect. Saturn is there. Saturn says be very, very punctual, accountable, responsible.
So there's no sex life. He has no sex
There is a limitation.
Okay.
There is a limitation.
Okay.
There is a boundary. And the sex life is not very active because Saturn is slowing the speed of that house.
Okay. Yeah.
The maturity of the eighth house is coming at the latter part of your age. The maturity of eighth house is coming at the older age. Okay.
Okay.
Now Saturn in the ninth house. Ninth house is about your gurus, your teachers. So he is very disciplined, punctual with their gurus, with their teachers. When I put Jupiter, Jupiter is very respectable. He is very obedient. Saturn may not be obedient.
No?
He may or may not be, but he is very responsible. He is my
Not the
teacher.
same?
Slight difference is there. He is my teacher. He has come to my home. I should take care of him. Take care of all the needs.
That's Saturn?
Yes, is Saturn. Respecting teacher is the part of Saturn.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I should provide all the facilities which my guru needs. Saturn, the nature of Saturn. He is very dutiful, very punctual, accountable, responsible towards his teachers.
Okay.
I have invited my teacher to come at my yoga center and give one lecture. I should create an atmosphere of discipline. All 40 students, they should be disciplined because my guru is speaking. Be very punctual. So he is creating that disciplined atmosphere. And when he is traveling long distance, he is very punctual, very, very disciplined. He has that mindset that, okay, right now, tomorrow I have a flight and I would be traveling for 2000 kilometers away. So I should keep all the things which is required.
That's important.
Yes. Very particular, very punctual, very accountable.
What about higher education? It means like
He has to, if he is into gaining higher knowledge, he is very disciplined, systematic.
okay, but it doesn't mean that all people that have Saturn in the ninth are
Into
getting
higher education. No. Even if the Jupiter has, it doesn't mean that they will get the higher education. But this is very sure that they are very disciplined when related to the higher education. Higher education doesn't mean that institutional qualification. Right now, if you have Saturn in ninth house and I'm giving you higher education, so you are very disciplined. You are making notes, you are revising it in the evening time, and you are following all my guidelines. I have told you to just go through and just see all others' horoscopes so that this skill you are thorough with this skill, so you are following all those principles. So you have a respect for higher education.
Okay.
That means.
Okay.
So it doesn't mean that he has that institutional qualification. He has that duty, respect towards higher education.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Now Saturn in 10th house. You know, 10th house, by default, 10th house is the house of Saturn, Capricorn, Saturn. So Saturn is quite comfortable. This is the own house, is the lordship, is the honor of this house. 10th house. I've just, when I explained that.
Yes. I just want to know, Jupiter was in the 9th, no? 9th and 12th. So just to go back into the Jupiter house.
Yes.
So it was in the 9th house,
Jupiter.
Jupiter, and also in the 12th, right?
Yes.
So those were very good places for.
Yes. 9th house is the best house for Jupiter. 12th house is also the good house, but in comparison, 9th is more comfortable.
Okay.
Why? Because 12th house is a house of detachment, that house of seclusion, loneliness, emptiness.
Well, you said it's not very comfortable there.
Yes.
So it's his house, but he's
In
not
spite of his
comfortable.
own house, he is not that comfortable in comparison to the 9th house.
Okay.
Because 9th house, all gathering is there. Everybody is coming for the worshipping.
Yeah. Okay.
9th house is like a church, temple, mosque, gurudwara. So Jupiter is quite comfortable here.
Okay.
So we were talking about Saturn in 10th house.
No, about Jupiter. No. Now we can go back. So 10th is his Saturn's house, right?
Yes.
So it's the best house for him.
Yes. So he is into that. Anybody who has Saturn in 10th house, he needs to be disciplined at his work. He is disciplined, but he is supposed to be disciplined also. Very professional relationship with the bosses, with the colleagues, at his workplace, very professional, very dutiful, very accountable. All the qualities of Saturn is required at his workplace. All the qualities of Saturn is required at his workplace.
Okay.
And he will gain out of it. Okay? So if he is not responsible towards his boss or with his colleagues, then the relationship would be spoiled.
Okay.
In spite of its own house, sometimes Saturn is in not a friendly zodiac sign, which I will explain.
Yeah.
So in that case, Saturn energy is disturbed.
Okay.
So he creates a sort of restraints relationship with bosses or colleagues. But he is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Only then he would survive. Saturn in 11th house. So he has to be very disciplined with his desire, with his wishes, with his dreams, aims, goals, achievements, liquid cash, his earnings. He needs to be responsible. How one should be responsible with his earning? Take care of it. Because it's a hard earned money. So take care of it. He has achieved it by putting lot of effort in 10th house. So he has achieved certain goal. Maybe his goal is to build a big house.
That's 11, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
So he has put effort in 10th house and now 11th house he has achieved it. So once his dream, his wishes is fulfilled, he should be responsible, dutiful. For example, he had wished that I had one ashram or one yoga ashram, big ashram, where everybody should practice yoga in the morning time. So this is his dream, and his dream is fulfilled now. 11th house.
Yeah.
He has Saturn in 11th house, and his dream is fulfilled. Now his responsibility is to take care of that dream, take care of that house, that ashram which he has built. Be responsible, punctual towards his dream.
Okay.
Very disciplined with his business networking circle. Because 11th house is the business networking, right? The clients which we make. Saturn in 12th house. This is the last one. Saturn, this 12th house, many things. Celebration,
Yeah.
parties going on, this is a time of leisure. Because once you have earned a lot, what you will do? Retired life,
Just relax.
relax,
But he
enjoy.
can do that.
But Saturn says be disciplined. When you are spending money,
So he has trouble.
no, he is not trouble. He is saying know your limitation.
Okay.
12th house is a house of expenditure,
Yes.
donation,
Yeah.
celebration, enjoyment, leisure time.
So limited with leisure time, limited with.
So he says, for example, if anybody there's a party going on at home,
Yeah.
okay, Saturn, anybody who has Saturn in 12th house, right? All are enjoying alcohol. And the person who has Saturn in 12th house, he also would like to enjoy alcohol, but he say, I'll enjoy only one peg. This is my limitation. Jupiter will not have alcohol. Idealism. Saturn says, okay, I'll have it, but have only one peg, not more than that.
Okay.
You enjoy the full bottle. So this is the nature of Saturn. Saturn says discipline, don't make noise, don't disturb others. Enjoy the party, close the doors and windows so the others don't get disturbed. Spend money, but don't spend everything which you have earned.
Yeah.
So Saturn in 12th house makes you a bit miser.
Nice, huh? What's that?
Miser means controlling your expenses.
Okay.
You're not very affluent in spending money
Yeah.
because it's a hard earned money. I cannot spend it like that.
Okay.
So he is bit, when he's spending, that constraints is there.
Yeah.
He's withholding himself when spending. And even when he's donating, he's withholding himself.
Sure.
Wherever Saturn is placed, he's creating discipline. He's creating boundaries. invisible boundaries are there, which we cannot sometimes see. For example, Saturn first house, he know that the limitation of my body. I can lift this chair. I cannot lift this table. You know, this is the limitation of my body. Saturn in first house. Fourth house, my limitation. I know my limitation. My feelings, emotions, my sentiments. I know my limitation. Second house, I know my limitation. How much to eat?
Yeah.
I should not eat too much. I know my limitations. So Saturn creates a limitation, invisible boundaries and discipline. Any doubt? All the 12 houses?
Well, there's some thing in like it's kind of it's good to have like it's a lot of information, but as we move on, I may have more clarity. So then
So you, any of your friend who you are very familiar,
yeah, I just asked them their
yeah,
their
you
date.
ask them and just open their horoscope.
Yeah.
And Jupiter we have done, Saturn we have done.
Yeah.
So you need to check where you have Saturn.
Fourth.
Fourth, yes. So you need to see in which house they have Saturn and check whether discipline in that aspect or not. So then the things would be more clearer.
Okay, good.
So you are clear about 12 ascendants?
This one?
These 12 ascendants. Aries, Taurus, Gemini. 12, these.
But, yeah, but I don't know very much. Well, I just know where they are set and that's it.
No, we have done it.
Yeah.
So you are now
Aries,
familiar.
Taurus, yeah.
I'll just show you. Okay. Okay, friends, let me end this session. I'll show you one thing.
You have my discussions in it.
Okay. I'll just show you so that it is easy for you. Today is the end of third day. Okay. I'll show you one horoscope.
Okay.
This is the horoscope. This is the first house by default. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. Okay. Now here it is number 12. It means the first house is the house of ascendant. We call the ascendant.
Okay.
Or in Sanskrit we call Lagana. Ascendant. You memorize ascendant. Okay. The ascendant. Here is number 12. So it means in his first house he has Pisces ascendant. When this child was born, Pisces ascendant was rising at the eastern horizon. Okay. So this thing you should have in your mind. First is by default, this is the first house, but this person in the first house has Pisces ascendant. Okay.
Okay, so it's the second one.
And what number you have in your first house? Number 2. You have a Taurus ascendant. When you were born, Taurus ascendant were rising towards the
This
eastern.
is different to these other zodiacs.
Western stars. So you are Taurus ascendant.
But that, I don't know what this means.
So your personality, your physical appearance is more like Taurus. I would be explaining. So, but the few things you should have in your mind so that these numbers should not confuse you.
Yeah.
This is the first house, but in your first house you have Taurus ascendant. Okay. Now see, what is the moon? Where is moon? Is MO is the moon, right? What number is this? 6. And what we have done?
Enemies, problems.
What is the 6?
Zero.
Virgo, right? So it means your moon sign is Virgo. In this case, where is moon placed? See, here. And which number it is?
It's in the 6th house.
In this horoscope.
And the 5.
5. 5 means here, Leo. So his moon sign is Leo. Pisces ascendant, Leo moon sign. Taurus ascendant, Virgo moon sign.
That doesn't mean anything to me now, but okay.
But you should have this thing,
Yeah.
this knowledge in your mind.
Good, okay.
This moon sign in Hindi we say Rashi. Rashi. What is your Rashi? If somebody asks, what is your Rashi? You can see the moon and number. Number is 6 and moon is with 6 number. My Rashi is Virgo. You can see. Or if somebody asks you, see, this is my horoscope. For example, I'll just open another horoscope. Okay. Sure. This is the horoscope. So, ascendant is Aries ascendant by default.
Moon star is.
Number 1 in the first house, he has number 1 only.
LA.
So he has Aries ascendant. And what is the moon Rashi or what is the Rashi of this horoscope? Check where is MO. 2. So his moon sign or Rashi is Taurus.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So you are in a position to tell anybody that this is your Rashi. This is your moon sign. And sun, and with sun, which number is placed? 9. So sun sign is Sagittarius. 9 number.
Okay. For me also.
Your yes. Your sun sign is Sagittarius. So in Vedic astrology, there are 3 things. Ascendant, moon sign, sun sign. I would be explaining what is the difference, but for now, just memorize it. Ascendant, moon sign, sun sign.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot.
In Western astrology, we believe only in sun sign.
Okay. In Western, no, also ascendant and moon sign.
Moon sign,
Yeah, also 3 of them.
but sun sign is very prominent.
Yes.
So these are 3 things. There is a difference, Vedic and Western. So the number, you memorize this number, all 12 numbers. You can do little homework, memorize all the 12 ascendant and the lordship. So it would be easy for you
Yes.
tomorrow, please.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're
I need to
welcome.
rush because I have another
Yes.
class.
Yes, yes.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, you're welcome.